Climate change has become more and more unpredictable, evident in the frequency of natural disasters. On December 3rd, Brazil suffered flash floods, which brought down landslides in flooded areas like São Miguel Paulista district of São Paulo. The shanty town has poor drainage, so flood water was slow to recede. A mixture of rain, river water, sewage and mud covered the community. Soon after the disaster, Tzu Chi volunteers rushed to São Miguel Paulista to deliver emergency aid.
Mud and water cover the disaster-hit area, where evidence of the flooding can be seen everywhere. This was how residents of the São Miguel Paulista district of São Paulo suffered from the flash floods at the beginning of December. Not waiting for the water to subside, Tzu Chi volunteers assessed the situation in the disaster area twice and delivered blankets, mattresses, food hampers, clothing and other emergency supplies for 50 people. This man told volunteers he was interviewed on television after the disaster, but help failed to arrive. Now his face lights up at the arrival of Tzu Chi.
I got a bed sheet, a mattress and a food hamper from Tzu Chi.
The timely help from Tzu Chi comes with a family-like concern for the residents of this flood-hit area.
Staying in South America, Tzu Chi volunteers in Santa Cruz, Bolivia once again worked with the local French hospital to organize a 2-day free clinic, this time in Guarayo, a small town located between Santa Cruz and Beni. The 17 doctors operated on 21 patients. Surgeries on gallstones, hernias and even a cesarean section birth was carried out. The much-needed healthcare service helped to put a smile on the patients' faces.
The distance is about 310 kilometers to the site of the free clinic. Finally, after 4 to 5 hours on the road, Guarayo is just a small poor town of 30,000 people. Here, Tzu Chi and the local French hospital once again joined for a free clinic service. 17 doctors, united from 2 hospitals, operated on 21 patients within 2 days. The superintendent of the local hospital described it unprecedented, as the doctors even brought their own medical equipment, which the local hospital lacked. Patients with gallstones, hernias and appendix stones were treated, and even C-section births were carried out. After the operation, the clinic was surrounded by smiling patients.
Working with the aim of inspiring compassion in every heart, Tzu Chi volunteers in Beijing have been promoting Jingsi aphorisms on the streets and the shops of the capital, and even taking them to hotels and car windows. Freezing temperatures made it hard to affix the stickers onto the cars, but volunteers came up with a quick solution to the problem.
The temperature is 10 degrees below zero, but the hearts of Beijing Tzu Chi volunteers are warm as they gather to spread words of wisdom around the streets.
Our wish for 2010 is to see Jingsi aphorism posters all over Beijing.
Due to the low temperature, a problem occurs when the sprayed water freezes instantly, preventing the stickers being attached to the car windows. Volunteers turn on the heater to help smooth the process. This brings a stream of purity to the heavy traffic of Beijing.
Beijing has heavy traffic, so it's hard to avoid arguments. But having Jingsi aphorisms in our hearts will at least help to avoid some conflicts.
The influence of the volunteers can be seen not just on cars, but also on the street and in shops where the volunteers sincerely share the words of wisdom. Tzu Chi volunteers have the same goal to extend enlightenment to every corner.
We're currently at the Fairmont Residence Hotel. They're willing to purchase Jingsi aphorisms to put in the hotel rooms to create good affinities with the guests.
A Jingsi aphorism booklet translated into 4 languages, is being put into each guest room, from cars to street, shops to hotels. Words of wisdom covered Beijing with joy.
Jingsi aphorisms continue to inspire people, as we shall see in our next story. Former police station chief Cai Guohua was so moved by the sight of Tzu Chi volunteers promoting Jingsi aphorisms around his hometown of Taoyuan in northern Taiwan that he decided to decorate the station with the words of wisdom. The phrases seem to have had an effect on at least one police officer whose polite manner attracted the interest of a Japanese television station. We went to Taoyuan to find out more about the domino effect of Master Zheng Yan's wise words.
A policeman flags down riders and gently reminds them to pay attention to road safety. It was that courteous manner that made a big impression on a Chinese-Japanese woman. She wrote a letter to Fuji Television, who sent over a camera crew to film the polite policeman.
It was on Zhongzheng Road in rush hour. She was parked on a red line. I went over and told her the traffic was heavy and she shouldn't stop there. My attitude made an impression on her.
Officer Yang says his character has been influenced by the Jingsi aphorisms on display at the station. The wise sayings help him treat traffic offenders with sympathy.
Speak kind words, engage in kind acts, and think good thoughts. The most important thing is to speak kind words. That way you will get closer to the public.
This wall in the police station is covered with aphorisms for a good reason, because suspects on the way to the interrogation room pass this way.
Whether it's 1, 10, or 100 criminals who see these Jingsi aphorisms, if a small minority can have an epiphany and not commit crime, I think it's worth it.
They say a good word goes a long way. By applying Jingsi aphorisms on duty, Officer Yang helps traffic offenders reflect on their actions. And he has also exported a little bit of Taiwanese culture to Japan.
Dai Television celebrated its 12th anniversary on Friday. Opting for a simpler and eco-friendly way to observe this occasion, many staff members rolled up their sleeves and took part in recycling activities. It was also done as a show of gratitude for the recycling volunteers in Taiwan, for it is their work that funds part of Dai TV's operation. That's all we have time for today, and see you next week.